Hello everybody and welcome back to our 4th Age Rhovanion campaign, and we do have a couple of strategic things to take care of here before we get into any battles. This is the same turn where we ended in the previous episode, so we've got still to wait before we can move further to address this over here in Erebos. We just queued up our control posts in Nareg-Zagil, and we had a little bit of money left over, so I went ahead and did some building in Dale and Esgaroth. These are very high value settlements, and so even though I don't have a governor here to cut down on the construction costs, I still think it's going to be worth it. Of course, Dale, we want to get going on control posts. That's going to give us, you know, the typical barding militia levies, nothing too spectacular. But as we keep going up the tree here, we will get some better stuff. Most notably, these retainer longbowmen at tier 3. And that, again, just to reiterate, is the nice thing about playing one of these so-called minor factions in this mod. Like Rhovanion, because in a way having a very short military development tree is kind of a blessing. You only need 3 tiers to get to the best units. So that's going to mean we're going to get those longbowmen relatively quickly. Along the way, we'll get some decent stuff, some of our own native things. Notably, we'll get our scout cav. We'll get some of our skirmishers and our archers, as well as we get some swordsmen. This is basically Dale's tier 2 units, so we could get some more infantry focused guys. How do they match up to the axemen, I wonder? Okay, the axemen are a little bit better in attack, but these guys are better in defense. So we could move towards more of an infantry focused, like more of a typical battle line, I guess you could say. And in Esgaroth, I went with the Estates and Farmlands Charter, so we can start taking advantage of that wine. Now here we're going to try to attack Dale. I don't think we're going to call out a battle, though, today, because you can see the large army has moved off towards Framsburg rather inexplicably. It's like they didn't even want to fight me here, so I'm going to just see what happens. Okay, yeah, they're going to retreat. Actually, they're not retreating into the city, but I'm going to get stuck in the zone of control. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? If only I could get to them this turn, that'd be wonderful. They could come back and hit me, but I don't want to besiege the city right now and have this army come back and smack me, and then I fight a big defensive battle in the woods potentially against a large army. These guys are not that great, but they do outnumber me quite a bit. So I'd almost like to get around and attack them from the north side. Now they do have another army over here, so I wouldn't mind kind of getting over here and taking out both of these armies before I make a concerted effort to take and hold Heorth. So next turn, maybe we'll put it under siege. We'll see what the AI does. And with that, I think we are ready to end the season here. We got a dwarven spy, it looks like. All right, he made it into the city. The elves are trying some diplomacy with us, but not doing anything. Okay, this is interesting. So they are attacking us with a big army. This is going to be, let's see. I could withdraw from this. In the city, we've got these 2 units. Dragon Slayer family member and a unit of Dale Watch. And the big army consists of a lot of archers, actually, and a few units of cav. Nothing much. No black spears, notably. So I think I'm going to actually take this. I'll take a look at the terrain. This is not a battle where I'll be able to march into the city, because even if I destroy both of these stacks, it's the AI's turn, so they could still train a unit in Heorth before I get to walk in. But still a good idea, if I can get a good outcome in this battle, to try, but I really don't like the terrain. Although, we do have this clear area over here. The enemy army is going to be focused around here, I guess. Yeah, right down here. They're attacking us, so we can come up along the... Well, actually, we might not be able to fit around here. No, I think we will. Alright, so let's get our guys all set up. This is the army where we do have those couple of longbowmen. And really very little in terms of infantry, of course, like most of our armies. And we've got a couple of March Wardens in great shape. And a bunch that are in not so great shape. So these are guys, candidates to be sent back south for training. Same deal with the scouts. Okay, that's everybody.
The enemy have brought up more men.
Yeah, reinforcements coming from up here. So it would be nice to take out the enemy general. Let's see which side of the rock they're coming on, though. Alright, so they're coming around here. We're already being shot. Well, they do have some archers. They get a bunch of archers, actually. Let's hit those Barding Militia. That's not great. I think we just gotta mass swarm these guys and two Woodman Spears. Alright, good. They're routing. Alright, and there's the reinforcements.
General flees. Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too.
Very nice. Some mounted watch there. We'll just pull through and take care of them. Let's actually hit them with our archers and foresters. Archers are going to take a lot of losses, which stinks because we can't retrain them easily. We should be fighting with the longbowmen, actually, because those are the ones I can retrain up here. But I'm sure we'll do fine against that cav. And then they may turn around. I can see that the enemy family member is hanging way back in the corner. And I'm not sure if he's going to decide to join the fight. I hope that was them. Yep. Alright, pull through right to the longbowmen. Yeah, they're turning back. Well, that's good. Or it's fine. Now, what we can do is besiege Heorth, because we took care of that big army. And what's in Heorth is going to be just a very, very minor force. We'll just run down all of these archers. So yeah, not a bad result. The general there is going to be stuck inside the city with a weakened force, because we did shoot a bunch of the Dale Watch who were in there. And so that will make that easier to take. A heroic victory. All right. Alright, and that big stack, I think, is this. Not totally sure, but let's just bring our scout around. Okay, there is actually an army right there, so... I mean, I could... Let's try hitting them.
Engage the enemy.
I'm kind of... I'll be surprised if he doesn't go back into the city. Oh my gosh! He's gonna just come out and fight. This smells like it's gonna be one of those withdrawals. Yeah, see, they trained this unit in the intervening turn. Okay, well, let's do it and see what happens. I'd love to get the city, but I don't think they're going to stick around because we outnumber them. Although I forgot to check the balance of power bar there. We certainly have more units. We don't have maybe we don't have that many full strength units, and we did lose one of our March Wardens. Either due to actual losses or just auto-merging, which is always really unfortunate because I could have sent them back to be retrained instantly, and that's a 2-turn unit. Okay, so we're attacking here, and that's where the enemy is probably going to be. I don't see a lot of great terrain options for them. The city is off pretty much to our north, if I remember right, so their reinforcements are going to come from over there. Yeah, something like that. I can't really see because it's a little foggy. Okay, so let's just get all the guys together. As usual, we'll get the archers towards the front. And then the skirmishers and the axemen. Yeah, and we're really running low on cav. I think they just merged a bunch of our units together. Okay, so they're actually closer than I expected to us. Right in here. Right there. So I'm going to see... Oh, I was actually way off. They're coming from behind us, kind of into the right. I'm going to wait for them to arrive. This is a unit of cav. If we're going to really win and get the city, we need to kill the family member here. That's essential. And with this army, they've got at least one unit of cav. There may be another, but I think it's like a cav and 3 archers. So we don't necessarily need to kill the general here, but we do need to eliminate a lot of the riders, and we don't want them just to run away. Okay, so let's gather up all of our cav. We'll do this. We'll group up the infantry. And then everyone else will gather together. And because I don't think this is very threatening, we'll just charge towards the general. Because even if we can't get the city, I would love to get the family member out of the way. Alright, now do I want to send my infantry forward? I think so. That'll certainly give them something to think about. Okay. And so they're sending some archers forward. What are you guys doing? Alright, I'm going to send all my cav up here. I don't necessarily want to fight the Dale Watch yet. I want to kill the general first, and then I can focus on the infantry piecemeal. Well, it looks like the general wants to come and fight us first as well, so let's turn around and get him with all of our riders. There's going to be some spears involved with this, and he's going to get away, the coward. No, he's actually going to show up for the fight. This is very, very messy. Is he getting away? He is... Oh, he's there, though. He's right there. We're losing men. Alright, I don't like how my generals are faring. They're taking a lot of losses, it seems like. We get them out and away at least. And how's this? Okay, we got him. Got him. Good. This, okay, we're sort of taking fire, but we're also giving it back, so that's also good. He is routing now. Let's come in from the back. Okay, great. There they go. And I don't think we need to worry about these guys anymore, actually. There's the Barding Militia. Did we kill all the Dale Watch? Pretty much. So let's go back here. They're going to get away, though. Well, we'll run them all down. I don't know if we'll catch them. We took rid of the... we took out the family member. I don't think we're getting the city. Yeah, we got 66%. Gotta catch him before he gets to the edge. Alright, that gets us up to 88. I mean, technically, theoretically, that's enough for us to wipe out both armies. Clear victory. Took fewer than 100 losses. That might do it. I mean, the enemy horse got away. That might do it, though. Yeah, it did. All right. Here we go. Awesome. All right, and I don't think we're going to expel. The population here is really, really low. That is great. I didn't know how quickly we were going to be able to take Heorth because I know that Dale has some other armies kicking around, but that's wonderful news. So now, they've only got Framsburg, I believe. We can bring the spy closer. Yeah, this is still Rebel, which is very nice. You don't want to see a Dunabar taking that, or Dale for that matter, I guess. But it looks like they are really limited to Framsburg itself. I am happy to hold here for a little while. We'll keep feeding reinforcements up, but you want to be careful when you've got the AI on the ropes like this about eliminating them completely. I know that is the temptation for these games, for Rome Total War in particular, is just to eliminate your enemy and just wipe them out entirely. But if you do that, you just open yourself up to having to continue fighting. Right now, I can sort of set my borders right around here. I can say, okay, I've got this nice little area that I can mutually support in case the dwarves try something, or in case, you know, I just need to get reinforcements somewhere else. I can have these armies around here, and I don't need to press forward into the west. But if I did press into the west, not only would I have a long way to go to reinforce this area in case of some kind of disaster, but I would also open myself up to being attacked by the Bjornings next, because they would be the next faction that I border. So I'm happy to just continue trading with them, and we'll see about Dale, you know, in terms of wiping them out at some point, or maybe a peace treaty or something. Maybe I can get them and the dwarves to agree to a ceasefire, though that's pretty tricky. But I would be okay with that. All right, we got some building done. So, looking at 9,000 in profit. I think then I'm going to go ahead and toss this spy into Heorth. We can't really train anything, but I'll go with an emissary because that spy looks like he's getting a bit old. Gray hair there. And so we do want an agent here so that we can avoid the problems of bribery, potentially. And we will do the usual thing. Actually, you know, maybe I'll hold off for a little while. No, actually, we just completed a bunch of the Dominion buildings, so we should be okay. Zagil, though, is looking unhappy. So do I really need to get even more units in here? Yeah. So unrest is a potential problem. We've got an alignment problem here. Oh, my governor and my faction leader are both not Ways of the West. The official alignment here is Ways of the West, and these two things are telling me the alignment is different. So, what's your alignment? I bet he's shadow touched. Yep, shadow touched. So he's gone over to the cult. And that's my faction leader. He's also my governor.
Captain.
Bane is still a patron of the West. What about these guys? Still looking at patron of the West for you. Follower of Darkness, although I think that makes sense. He's an Easterling, essentially. He's descended from the Easterlings, or like part Easterling. We've got a couple of other family members. I'm just curious now about their different alignments. He's a follower of Darkness as well. This is he's a Wilderman. He's not an Easterling, but what about you? Patron of the West. So we've got some dissension in the ranks here. So that is an interesting feature of the mod. You've got these different alignments that, of course, have different effects. Now here, I don't know how he picked up Shadow Touched. Sometimes this is a trait that just occurs randomly. Sometimes it's a trait that occurs by spending time in a province that has like a Shadow Temple, let's say, which we haven't really done. But in any case, he has that trait. So our king has gone over to the cult. We could roleplay this a little bit and see about getting an alliance with a Dunabar. Let's see if that would even be possible. Yeah, they're allied with North Rune. I mean, I don't know that I want to ally with them right now because I'd rather not fight with Rohan. Although Rohan's armies are missing at the moment. They're not clustered around mid-deeping, so I'm not sure what they're doing. They haven't taken this from a Dunabar, which is good. So I'm silently rooting for a Dunabar from a distance because I don't want to get wiped out. Okay, so here we've got this family member with a bunch of rams, and it'll still take him 3 turns before he can deal with that. Before this will just fall, basically. So I'm going to go ahead and move my army closer. And I did talk about this last episode about taking this settlement, and I could do it, but given how I could get here and save Erebos, and I think that would hurt Rune more than me taking this for like a couple of turns. I think I'm more inclined to do that. So let's go over in this direction. I want to leave myself some movement points in case we get attacked, in a kind of disastrous way. Let's look at what we have for units here. Axemen, Eastland Raiders. This army's more of the same, but does have some spearmen. Okay, so not too bad. I want to keep the scout near this army because if he marches northwest, then I'm going to have to really rethink what I'm doing with Bane over here. But I think for now, my plan is next turn to strike this army and get that saved. Maybe I could march on Fennis for him and sack it. All right, so now with 11,000 to spend, do I want to get rid of the Homeland Dominion building for Dale? I think I will because Zagil is looking like it's got a blue face right now. We'll go ahead and train another unit of Rhovanion Spearmen here. And in Rhovanost, let's see. Let's go with a couple more archers. But yeah, we'll go ahead and destroy that. And Heorth is looking in fine shape in terms of public order, but we'll take a look back over to Zagil. Still got a blue face. All right, so we're still good. That means we can get started on our provincial pacification. And I will want to keep my army stationed around Heorth just in case, Dale sends another exploratory force over here. But now this is my territory all the way over to this river here, which is, I think, what is it called? The river, the Mirkwood River, or the Forest River, I think. Yeah, Forest River. So in any case, we can actually set up on the crossing here, I think, and basically block off any eastward advance from Dale. Not that I want to go over that far, but we could certainly get a watchtower over there. It might be a good idea. And we got a lot more money to build with, so let's see. Where do we need to build? I'd say Rhovanion. We really could... now, this is even better. I think it was 9,000 something last time I checked for the King's Feasts. But 8,000 is even better. So I think we have to go with this. That's going to get us another... 250 basically when all is said and done. And so even more population growth, just a no-brainer. So we'll do that. And that gets us right around where we want to be. And the turn. What? Oh, they merged their units together. Those jerks. Alright, well played, AI. I didn't know you had it in you. I honestly didn't think that the AI was capable of doing this, of like merging its units together and then, assaulting. Alright, fine. So we're going to resolve that, and that's going to be a clear defeat. So we lose Erebos, which, I kind of expected to lose. And, oh, they're sending an army after that host. Okay, so we're going to do the thing of going to the battle map and then just withdrawing, because I don't want to risk getting caught. I probably could have backed off on the campaign map there and been fine, but I don't want to risk it, because these are just scouts. I guess I thought they were March Wardens, but we'll just start the battle, and yeah, we'll just withdraw. I mean, if I had like 4 units of scouts, I would try and probably do pretty well here, to be honest. These are all infantry. They're all pretty basic stuff. No spears. But we'll just do that. We'll just time this out and then get back to the campaign map. And hopefully they will retreat to someplace sensible. They're probably going to go back towards Nerigzagil. Or did they just disappear? Because that'll be not fair. All right, let's see. The way we will know is, okay, there they are. Good. They retreated to Nerigzagil. We would have gotten the message, I think, about your army just melting away. Alright, so Eodor has kicked out a spy. We don't have a spy in here, but I'm not too worried about these spies. The elves. Alright, we've got an elven spy in Esgaroth. Fair enough. We will have to keep an eye out, because moving around the forests here can be a little dangerous. You could blunder into an elven army. Now, they're neutral with us. I don't think they would automatically get the ambush. So, I don't think that would happen. But if you end your territory near them, and if you end your move near them or on their territory, they can attack. So, we are trading right now. We just want to keep doing that. I'm going to end up with another governor here that I don't want. So, I'll probably need to take these guys out. So 2 turns we will be able to get these guys, get some training happening in Dale. We'll just keep going that way. Now, I think the other thing I want to do in terms of building, alright, so we do have a force approaching Nerigzagil. So I know there's a lot of back and forth around here, but this is a full stack. Like 1 unit shy of a full stack. And they got some decent stuff. So I know there's a lot of back and forth here, but I am going to go back. back this way. There's the army. Now, they could besiege Nerigzagil. And probably we could see them off just fine. So I'm going to go back for a couple of reasons. One is just in case they look like, you know, they look like they're going to go after Nerigzagil, and we're worried about it. We can have these guys as reinforcements. The other reason is we can take we can take Bregestelad now. We can get over here and we can grab it. I know I'm very wishy-washy about this. Oh, mercenaries. Yeah, we'll get them next turn. But I think we do have to do this. There's a full stack somewhere right around here that could come and hit us. If they did that, that would actually be doing us a favor, to be honest. But if they don't, we'll just hit Bregestelad and then come back and deal with them. And maybe this army will come around and hit us as well. So that's kind of the plan. We need to clear out some of these armies. And then honestly, though, we need to get going on gaining some ground so we can move in a decisive way without having to keep scrambling this army back to the west. So we are training more. I think at some point we are going to need another general. We do have some young men who may be coming of age fairly soon. I don't know, but I imagine he's going to be coming of age relatively soon. And so that will free up a bit because we will be able to then, you know, I like using generals for my armies, not leading them by captains. So that'll mean we'll have another army in the field. So for building, what are we doing for building? I think we're going to go with Yathan Raw this time. We have a governor here, and so we will go for, geez, we could go for urban province. This would help population as well as money. So this is kind of like the second best option, farm stuff. After you've gotten your cultural conversion buildings done, it's usually a good idea to go to farms. So that's another 200. And so, yeah, relatively cheap. Still leaves us with about 3,000, 2,000 to play with. And so for that, I think I'm going to look to Esgaroth, because here, yeah, control posts. If we go up to tier 2, we're going to get all of this stuff. Now, this isn't great, but Barding Watch levies are, you know, a somewhat decent infantry unit, and having the ability to make Rhovanion Foresters, this is just a nice unit to add into an army. So, you know, while I train my best stuff out of Dale itself, the longbowmen, of course, ultimately, and scouts, down in Esgaroth we can support. So I think I am going to go with that. It's going to put us a little bit in the red in terms of our income, but we're going to go there. I'm going to keep moving, keep my emissaries moving around because I'm seeing some activity around here. It looks like Rhovanion is not doing too well at sort of pushing back North Rune. And I can see Rune is actually expanding into the north. But Rhovanion hasn't taken anything back. They've grabbed, you know, this settlement, but it looks like it's been under siege recently. And they have failed to take back this, even though they got a full stack here. Jeez. Now, they may take it back very soon. But it would be good to see what's going on, and I've neglected to move my spy lately. So North Rune's training quite a bit. But will it be enough? All right, accept overlordship. This is the typical insult that is prelude to an attack. Yep, there we go. So this is good. I know the balance of power bar does not like this, but Bane of Rhovanost, 4-star commander. I think he might gain stars when he's attacking rather than being attacked. I'll have to check that out. But he's decent, and we're fighting a lieutenant here, and this is a full stack army with 2 units of the Spearmen of Rune, which is pretty dangerous. They got a couple units of Riders of Rune, which is, you know, more elite than the usual stuff. So this will be a good stack to get rid of, and I really think we can. With our 3 units of March Wardens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 basically-ish units of Cav, you know, some archers. So this, I think, should be just fine. But that will wait, of course, for the next episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care.